Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Excuse me. I've been up since 6:30, doing a bunch of little things, in the house. Give me 1 second. Do-do-do. I'm sitting down, and now I am relaxing. It is early in the morning. Um, I unfortunately have to wake up today early because we just got in last night. We left the city. We left around noontime, but there has been so many fucking accidents. Excuse my language. So many accidents on the way here. Uh, no matter if it's Maria, no matter if it's any other girl that I'm hanging out with, I always tell them take the bus and I'll take the scooter. It's safer that way. I don't want anybody's response. I don't want to be responsible for anybody else's life. Even though I am responsible uh, for lives when I'm out there on the scooter, but I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be that person that's caught. Uh, if it's me, it's me. ET travel freely. Good morning, amigo. Good morning. How are you? God bless. First and foremost, let's get that out of the way. Nico, who's you are with? Who today I am with Maria. Today I'm with Maria. Tomorrow, no, this weekend. Travel freely. You got Ruthie in the house. Ruthie has made. Well, let me first say. Let me answer. Travel freely. Maria will be here for the weekend, and then I think she's going back home for a week. She needs to address, not in a bad thing, Filipino, no Filipino. She needs to address a lot of the stuff for the school, her son's school. There was a lot of stuff done, but unfortunately, there's a few things that came about last night. She got a message from the school that she needs to do this, and that. I didn't ask. I always ask if it's very stressful. I'm like, hey, is there anything I can give you some advice? Or, I don't get involved too much in the Filipino thing. Tim is in the freaking house. Tim has started doing some videos. Guys, be kind, be respectful. If you can, don't bother him. But he's doing some video, and I like the last video that he did. I love where the area where I don't know say where he lives. I want to assume the area where he lives is nice, a nice and wooded area. Now we're gonna talk to Ruthie. Yes, I am still in the Philippines. I am still in the Philippines. Ruthie has started her own journey. It's a little scary journey, but it's Ruthie has started her own journey. Maria is precious cargo. Yes, she is precious cargo. I trust Maria. I hope Maria never lets me down because she will never be let down by me. My family loves her. My friends love her. I like her. I think she's nice. I don't love anybody except for myself and my God. I'm an asshole. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, otherwise. But it is what it is. It's just me. Maybe I'll grow out of the ignorance. Maybe I won't. I don't know. But I will tell you that she is a good friend to me. She is beyond a good friend. She has shown me she has battled the stars. Those nights that I've been very unreasonable. And I got to tell you, she has lasted. She's been around since 2019, and she has been more to me as a friend than many of my friends have been in over 20 years. I'm not taking away from the 20-year friends. I'm just saying she defines what a real friend is. No lies, no bullshit, transparency. She tells you how it is. She doesn't sugarcoat things. She doesn't offend me. She doesn't hurt my feelings, but sometimes she throws me like a spin. I'm like, God damn, man, you ain't got to be so fucking serious like that. But uh, she is definitely uh, has earned the right. Ruthie, she's a good woman. She's a good woman. I'm the piece of shit. And I mean that in a in a very honest way. I'm the one that's got the fucking issues and problems. But you know what? I don't lie. I'm not. I'm very transparent. And I don't play games. I don't play these emotional fucking roller coasters with women or anybody. It's just me. But she has been in there. She understands. Like yesterday, she was talking to my mother, and I like that interaction. See, the good thing is Laura Lee. No, Laura Lee. She says Laura Lee. We were talking about you last night, fucking Laura Lee, and we were talking about Shelly Lynn. And she's got a music for you, Laura Lee, and she's got a music for Shelly Lynn. And it doesn't sound anything like Laura Lee, and it doesn't sound anything like Shelly Lynn. Wait till you see. I'm gonna do a video tonight. Later on tonight, I'll do a video because I think it'll be your morning. It'll be my afternoon. Uh, so you're gonna love this. It's freaking awesome. Um, I wanted to say something real quick to everybody. I want to say thank you, Tim. Thank you, Ruthie. Thank you, Laura Lee. Thank you, Flying Circus. Thank you, ET Travel Freely. Thank you. Let me see. Thank you, Passport TV. Thank you, John. John S. Thank you. Uh, Again, there's so many of you. I don't want to keep throwing names out there. I want to say thank you, and this is why I'm going to say thank you, guys. You don't know how important it is to stay grounded, especially when you travel. Uh, in other countries. You come here, you get to know certain people. You're lucky if you find a few good people. You guys have been consistent. You guys have been straightforward. You guys talk to me out. Some of you talk to me outside the YouTube. Some of you only talk to me on YouTube. That's okay. I wanted to say thank you for at least coming in and enjoying yourselves and talking to each other and just having a good time. Sometimes we really lose track. We really, really do. I was in the city and I couldn't, I don't remember the last time that I actually was so freaking, my anxiety was up the fucking charts. I didn't like the fucking city and I got nothing. Well, I do have something against it, but it's not personal. It's a city. That's why I live in Florida where I live. And that's why in Massachusetts, I lasted as long as I could there with the weather, with the traffic, with the yelling, with the screaming, with the upbringing, everything. Um, right now, I am in Oslo. Right now, Ruthie, I am in Oslo. Um, we should be back in our rental by this afternoon. We got in late last night. We decided to stay in Oslo. I travel around, Ruthie. I'm like you with your partner. Um, I travel around in a scooter. He has a motorcycle, but I have a scooter. I couldn't do the motorcycle, Ruthie, because I don't want to change gears. I don't want to change gears. I'll be doing a lot more videos on the scooter part because it's probably one of my best investments that I have ever been in like invested here in the Philippines. Um, but yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody and those out there that I didn't. What is it? Gogo Bobo's sister. There's a few of you guys that talk to me on TikTok. Am I going diving, Tim? I have to. I have to. No, I can mention it. I was gonna say something like I'll talk to you later. I can mention it, Tim. Unfortunately, I have to go see a diving coach and see if I can take like not a refresher. I need to see if the mask will seal because of the nerve damage on my left side of my face. Unfortunately, I can't control the facial expressions, even though people are like, "Hey, your face is working." My face technically is not working. The nerve is dead, but it's doing its own thing. So I have to go fit the mask. And since you dive, Tim, you have to make sure you got a good seal. I want to go for my, I think it's called PAP license. It's the diving license. I was actually going through it in the military to get I don't know if it's a license or a certification. Um, and I couldn't. And that's when around that time was when everything happened. So I have to go, and I found a person. I think I may head over to Dumaguete. There is because it's actually the closest one. It's a ferry right away, or I can go back to Malapascua, which I've been dying to go back to Malapascua because I know the gentleman not personally, like, hey, we're homies, but I keep in touch with the diving guy. He does all of Malapascua. He's the one that's he's the to go to guy. So I want to take a couple of days and see if I can, go and see if I can seal. If it seals, then I should be fine. Because people that don't know, I do have if those that do know and don't know. Let's just say both. The ones that do know that I have nerve damage. Though what people that don't know, they know now that I have nerve damage on the left side of my face and on partial on the left as well. But the thing is, guys, when you're breathing, you're using muscles that I can't use, unfortunately, on one side. So I have to get that checked. But I will be checking that pretty soon. Pretty soon. And it's funny that you mentioned that, Tim. I'd like to go diving. I really would. Not just here. Once you get certified, I think it's called a PAP certification. You can use that anywhere in the world. So, well, mostly. Let me take that back. In many places in the world. So again, I wanted to say thank you to you all. I wanted to say thank you for just being there, interacting and just having a good time. Now, I wanted to send a special shout out to Gypsy Jaywalk, and I'll tell you why. I was watching. It's not that I don't watch Gypsy Jaywalk. It's just when he's on, I'm not available. I don't see him as much. I do go in and I, send a little love his way. I do a thumbs up. I don't think I've ever given him a thumbs down. But I was watching Passport TV, and Passport TV had mentioned something about Gypsy Jaywalk. So I said, I got time right now. Wi-Fi is working good. I'm under the 5G today, which is good. I got to upload a couple of things on my other social media. Said, let me do a live show. And I went in and saw Passport TV talking about a journey. I think it's a journey, a health journey that Gypsy Jaywalk was. Oh, Maria's in the freaking house. Yeah. I told him about Shelly Lin and Woa Lee. So I guess Gypsy Jaywalk, Nico, check out Critter Hunter. He's a certified driver trainer in Darwin. I think, all right, you know what? Give me 1 second. Let me write that down. Give me 1 second. 1 second. Critter Hunter. Hold on. Giving me some good advice already. Hold on. Messages. Where's messages? Excuse me. I got a new little phone. I needed a new phone. Actually, watch this. How about this? You said right here. Let me take a screenshot. All right, there you go. Screenshot. All right. Got the screenshot. Thank you. Tim, God bless. Thank you. I will tell you, he said he was on a journey, and I went over there, and I guess Juicy J Walker said he didn't realize he was on a little bit. I'm not going to say because everybody's different. He says, I've never been on a little heavier side. And when I used to see Gypsy Jaywalk, yeah, he looked different because he was a little thinner, but I mean, that's in the beginning of everything. Um, so I want to say good luck, Gypsy Jaywalk. Seriously, outside of all this other stuff, sometimes we don't focus. Maria made a comment the other day. Let me first say what I was going to say to Gypsy. Gypsy, good luck. I'm pretty sure you're very determined. Get it done. Take your time. Don't push yourself. Everybody is, moderacy. Everybody goes at a different speed. I am pretty sure you're going to have seriously really good results. I really believe that because you look like your heart's in it. Your heart's in it. So good luck. And Passport TV have Mr. Harry Dick. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that because sometimes that's exactly what we need. We need to intertwine with each other. Those are things that are important to some or maybe not important to others. But these things like this, you get to a certain age. I don't know how old Gypsy is. I never asked him. I'm pretty sure he's in his early 40s. If I'm going to stay, I hope it's not an insult. He doesn't look 40. I'm just going to assume because I always go on the higher end. Maybe he's in his early 30s. He just looks like a guy that works, and he could be younger than what I'm throwing out. So I apologize, Gypsy, if I went a little too high on the numbers. Excuse me. And let me take a drink of my coffee. And I want to say thank you again, and I want to keep saying it. Thank you, Passport TV, Mr. Harry Dick, on showing that because I was talking, and I'll tell you what Maria said. Maria said, Nico, you should do a show of something different. And I said, what do you mean? She goes, I just noticed everybody's always talking about this, that, the same people, the same person, the same woman, they're always talking shit. And I said, that's what they do. At first I wasn't catching what she's saying. She goes, yeah, but it would be nice to talk about something different. And I said, well, people like to talk toxicity, and sometimes we get we fall into it, and non-intentionally. Some of us are intentional, some of us are not. And she goes, yeah, but it would be nice. And I said, Maria, I appreciate that. And then I was talking to my daughter, Aliyah, and we were talking about Popeye. And I said, because that's when I had just done the show and Popeye came on, and I told him, hey, my daughter's baby was asking, like she mentioned his name clearly as day. She's like, Huevo. She calls him Huevo instead of Abuelo. And then she goes, "Where's Popeye?" Like that. So I mentioned it to Popeye. And then a day after, I talked to my daughter, and she said, Dad, I kind of miss you coming on the shows. And I mean, I know you don't really do a lot of walking stuff. Maybe you should start doing walking videos. Like, just do what you enjoyed so much. And I told her, I didn't grab this, guys. I didn't grab it that fast because, you're thinking out so many things. And I'm like, no, I still enjoy it. She goes, no, I don't think you are enjoying it anymore because you don't do it as much. And I said, no, because I get caught in the moments, and then I'm enjoying myself. And then I realized that even though if it's an upload or maybe just a quick live or maybe just a quick upload, like, uh, later on anything, there are some of you out there that really like interacting in my live when you're in, and some of you, hey Nico, that's awesome. And I've forgotten, not purposely, I have forgotten that there are people out there that really like to see whether it's a biography that I'm doing, whether it's just storage, hey, memories for me and my kids. But some of you guys like it, and I don't show you guys enough respect, and I think that needs to stop because we get so entwined in all the bullshit and the toxicity. Which I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's fun to see the fucking meltdowns, and you can't believe these grown men at 60, 70, 80 years old are freaking, they're just ridiculously fucking melting down over the stupidest and minute thing. But listen, that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? It's nothing I can control. But we lose track, and you'll see why I'm getting to this point. We lose track of what we're doing. We lose track of where we are. We lose track of what we're going to be enjoying, not enjoying. And Gypsy made a good point. Gypsy's like, I want to start doing this, I want to lose some weight. But he wasn't saying, he wasn't stuck in the facade, not in the facade. He wasn't stuck in the point that, everybody wants me to lose. That's another thing that social media has built is body shaming. Guys, I don't think I did, but I probably gained a few pounds myself. Now, it doesn't feel like it. Clothes still feel a lot looser than they did when I got here. Again, I'm going by what I learned here. Maria always says, you got to wear stuff and see if it fits. All the stuff that I came here with, uh, they all fit. They all still fit, and some of them fit like more loosely. It could be because they stretched out. I don't know. My point is, do it for you. Do it for you. Don't do it for nobody else. Guys, we get so, like I said, and I'm going to keep using that word, we get so caught up and entwined in things that we forget that we're losing a lot of what we do and what we like and how we do it because we subconsciously let people get under our skin. Now, me, I don't care. Like, I really don't. Like, I honestly, to the bone of, like, at the bottom of the core of my heart, I don't care what people say about me. So what if I'm fat? So what if I'm skinny? So what if I'm ugly? So what if I'm pretty? So what if I got nerve damage? So what if I don't? Look at his face. Look at his ass. Look at his stomach. I do not give a fuck. But what you should give a fuck about is yourself. You really should. You really should take care of yourself. You really should, take a good look at yourself and see if where you want to be is where you are is where you want to be. Because I got to tell you, when I saw Juicy J Walk talking, and then I saw Password TV, Mr. Harry Dick. I always do that. I don't know why. I saw him talking about Juicy, and I went over and I looked at it. It makes a lot of fucking sense. It makes a lot of sense on what he's talking about. If you look at the whole picture, we just let ourselves go. We really do. Like me, I said, I'm finally done, and I'm out of the city. It's because I don't want to be in the fucking city. The city's way too much. Now, the city's where the medical is. The city is where everything, technically that you're gonna need. You're gonna have to surround yourself. I found everything that I needed to find where I am at right now. Hold on, drinking a little bit of coffee. Yeah, still fucking hot too. And it is not the best of the best. I'm in the island about 45 minutes. So there's a nice medical center. The nearest hospital is about I would say about a half hour. That's the nearest. So I mean, is that a lot? I am trying to transition over to a new place. I'm looking at two or three places that are closer to the hospital. It is not a bad hospital. It is not poorly rated. You guys got to look at the ratings of the hospitals in the past 10 or 15 years. I did 15. Now I did this one for 10 years, and they have had out of all of them that they've had the highest professionalism. They've had the highest care. They're outdated and everything. They're just all around good. Not the best, but they're good. Now, you want the best, and go back to the fucking city, go to Changhua, go to Manila, go out, go where your care is, if that's what you want. I don't care to be in the city, so I have to make sacrifices and make sure that if I die, there'll be a fucking place you can take me. They're not going to throw me on a slab of fucking concrete or a slab of, on a table and say, we'll ship them out to Manila so they can do the process and ship them back to fucking home after we rob his fucking ass. The reality is we don't take enough care of ourselves, and we're so busy worrying about what everybody else thinks. And again, not all of us. I mean, I don't care. Tim doesn't give a shit. I mean, everybody else in the chat that I can tell, that I know, that I've spoken to, doesn't give a shit. But guys, you got to take a step back and evaluate where you stand. If you're standing in a good place, all the power to you. If you're not standing in a good place, this has nothing to do with just the Philippines and me being here or Tim being there. Or it's about Shelly. It's about Wawa Lee and Shelly Lin. It's about Maria. It's about Tim. It's not just Tim. It's about Flying Circus. Wherever you are, if you're not where you are now, if that's not where you want to be, you need to, you need to really fucking evaluate that shit. Because one thing that kicked me in the fucking face was a little conversation that I had in the city with an old Filipino. His English was not that bad. It's actually pretty good. And I asked him, you know how sometimes things pop in your head? And I asked him if you could do something different, because we were just talking. He's like, hey, how you doing, sir? He happened to need to walk by, and I was in his way. I was parking the scooter, and I was in his way. So I kind of moved, and I said, I am sorry. And then he goes, oh, you're American. And I said, yeah. He goes, well, it's okay. It's pretty much he was apologizing because I had to move. And I said, no, I was in the way. I was trying to move back. And so we had a little conversation, and I said, hey, can I ask you a question? You seem like he goes, are you OFW? He goes, I was OFW for 20 plus years. That's where my English comes from. My English got better as I worked out in OFW. So I asked him, if you could change one thing in your life, what would it be? Now that since you're Filipino and you're here, and I see a lot of foreigners coming here, and they're all trying to find reasons. You always try to find reasons in how you do things, and evaluate and try to justify a lot of things. What would you do different? He goes, hmm. He said, that's a pretty deep question. So then I said, anything at all. And he goes, I would live. I said, what do you mean? He goes, I would live more. And he goes, as Filipinos, we do OFW. We don't really spend a lot of time with the family because we're out there working. And as a sole provider of my family, I didn't want my wife to work. Um, and I said, oh, well, okay, you're married? He goes, well, I was married. And he goes, oh, so I'm thinking, he's a widow or something. She died or something. And I said, oh, okay, you have any children? See, I don't touch it, none of my business. You have any children? He goes, I have three. And I said, oh, okay, well, you have a big family? He goes, well, no, when I got home after like 10 years, my wife just got tired. And she wanted to leave, and the kids were getting older, and the kids wanted to stay with me. And I said, "Oh, I'm sorry." He goes, "Yeah, she ended up getting remarried. Well, here in the Philippines, you don't get remarried. She ended up, we just separated, and she ended up now she has another partner, and she's been with him for like 10 years or something like that, 10 or 15 years or something, whatever works." So then he went back and he goes, I would live because I didn't spend as much time with my family, even though I knew that it was a sacrifice that I would have to do because that's what either the man or the woman does here in the Philippines. The rate of pay here is not that good. So you're living to work. You're just working, and that's your life. And I said, wow. He goes, if I could do it, he goes, that's why he said it just like this. I mean, pretty much close to what I'm going to say. He goes, that's why I laugh when I see a lot of foreigners come here. And after so many years of retirement, they come here and they lose everything. For the most part, they lose. They start living like foreigners in a foreign country. Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to live. But pretty much is what he was saying is instead of coming here and adapting to the culture, you want to control the culture. You want to do things. And he didn't get to live. And I put a lot of the stuff that Maria was saying about doing live shows. I saw again, I saw uh, Harry Dick Password TV's video. Then I went over and saw Juicy J Walk, and then and then I talked to Shelly Lynn not too long ago, and I talked to Laura Lee. We send messages here and there because again I've been traveling, so I don't really sit down and do just communicate as much as I should. But I put everything together, and of course talking to my daughter, talking to my mother, and I was like, oh my god, you don't realize how quickly you lose fucking you're off track. And let me look at the chat. I worry too much what people think of me. Laura Lee, I'm going to tell you something that is something that you've always had and you need to stop. And I don't mean that in a bad way. And again, this is just me giving you some tough love. You need to stop because you have given so much of yourself. And this sounds like a fucking thing on a movie, but you don't understand, guys. Laura Lee has given nothing but her heart and soul to people for her to be fucking shit on. And Laura Lee doesn't know, her heart is so big, she doesn't know when she's getting the shit kicked out of her from people that don't fucking appreciate her. And she needs to fucking get a grip and just say, find that solution. Laura Lee, surround yourself. I'm serious. Surround yourself with positive people. Believe me, Laura Lee, if you drive around with people that are and I said this before, in a Bentley, and you drive around with people in a '58 Nova, you will see the difference of the quality of people. People will go from that Nova to a fucking Bentley. You got to surround yourself, but at the same time, be careful. See, it's a double-edged sword because then you got these people that know how to manipulate people because they have gotten to that point and they know how to use their know-hows and their smartness to their advantage. So you just got to be careful. But I feel that for the most higher end, you surround yourself with good people. That's what you get. You get quality stuff in return. Let me see. Original said, Nico, you might not care, but others in your like it. Flying Circus. That is something that I used to piss Popeye off. Thank you for. I'm glad I'm looking at the chat right now. Popeye used to get mad because he's like, Nico, it's not just about you. I care what people say about you. And I didn't know. But see, that's what triggered me. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. That triggered me to pound the shit out of people because they were hurting people that I care about. And I didn't know how to control that emotion. And then I realized that that's just the way Popeye feels. And I have to consider that his feelings, and it's not just him. He's the first one that said it. And I never looked at it that way. So I was diminishing what people were feeling. And I wasn't doing it purposely. Let me take a drink of coffee. Coffee with kulafel early in the morning. I was diminishing how people were feeling, but I wasn't doing it purposely. So I took his feelings under consideration, and he wasn't mad. He just like, I just can't believe that people fucking with you, dude. They can fuck with you over shit if they knew you or something serious. But he get irritated because he's like, I don't want people fucking. They shouldn't fucking. It's just a line you don't cross. But the thing is that I told Popeye, I said, these guys, they live like that. And the women too, they're not just guys. These women and guys, they fucking down you. They body shame you. They talk about you. They talk about you. All that. It's because this is what they're used to. They're used to, and again, not all, because some people do it to trigger people. Some people really don't give a fuck if you worked in a fucking landfill or if you worked in a park, if you worked in a garbage disposal. Nobody gives a fuck. They just do it to trigger you. But a lot of times, most people, they really do it because they've been beat to shit. They were the ones bullied, and that's what they do. So I had to take people's feelings under consideration where I didn't before. Hold on. I try to evaluate myself regularly and my girl. Tim, that's a good woman. And I'll tell you why. Because I have such a phenomenal friend here in Maria. And I would pray that one day God opens up my eyes. This is, Nico, quit fucking around and quit, out there. I mean, and again, do I think she's hurting? No. Do I think it bothers her? In the beginning, it did. In the beginning, she didn't understand. Filipina, you guys know, Circus is involved with someone. Tim's been involved with someone is just as long. But still, of course, I think Circus has been in the business longer with his partner. They don't see it like we do. So of course I'm not going to change my fucking stripes. This is what I want to do. I want to do it, but I make sure that I'm clear and honest. And it bothers her in the beginning. I don't think it bothers her now. And if it does, like I said, I don't see it. I barely even pay attention because it's very very minute if she's showing anything. The only thing I noticed that she shows a lot is concern. Be careful, Nico. I know you're not going to let them take advantage. So be careful, because sometimes, just let me know where you are. It's not because I'm nosy. It's because I want to make sure you're okay. It'll be at least the last place that I know you are. Let me know where you're staying. So if you need me to go, see, like that. So for you to have a good woman like that, dude, that really is concerned and she evaluates you, that's good. Because here, bro, anybody that's in the Philippines, they judge you here. Everyone says no, they don't. Yeah, they do. They judge you before they give you any nice fucking positive feedback. They don't evaluate you in a positive way. They evaluate you in a way that they can take advantage of you for the higher end. And then those that disagree, that's fine. Maybe it's different for you guys, but I can tell you right now, I am very observant. I pay attention to fucking everything. And Filipinos only evaluate you for the higher end to make sure to see what they can and cannot get from you. And I'm telling you, if you're not careful, they'll fucking suck you dry. But that's not just Filipino. That is fucking Colombians, fucking Americans, Puerto Ricans, anybody. But since I'm here, a lot of I notice a lot of the Filipinos here, they're all like, oh my God, thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you. And they'll look at you like, motherfucker. Remember, you don't know these people. And the ones that you do know, you still got to keep at a distance. Hey, Maria, shut the fuck up. All right. You don't come down here and disturb my freaking life. Just lay down and shut your freaking hole and talk about shalililililin. And yeah, you just go take your urinalysis test right now. You little shit ass. No, I'm just joking. Hey, see, it's okay, Shalililin. You're 100%. Well, it's hard to be positive with Kayleen throwing stuff at my head. Well, I will tell you, uh, it's hard to say positive when anybody's throwing anything at your head. And I'm going to tell you, Laura Lee, you're not doing nothing. Well, you are doing something wrong, but not because I say it. But when you realize what's going on, then you'll. And Laura Lee, sometimes it takes age but don't let because trust me, they happened to me. Age caught up with me, and the anger was greater than the knowledge that I was getting as I got older. So I was more angry. Fuck you. I don't like, why would you let, people don't let, how do you say, people didn't take advantage of you because they wanted to. They wanted to, but you allowed them. It doesn't give them the right, Laura Lee. It doesn't give anybody the right to treat you like shit, take advantage of you. But when you see the red flags, we chose not to see them. So you gotta find a spot, and you're gonna lose a lot of fucking. Laura Lee, you have seen my life. Shelly, you have seen my life. Maria, it's got the end of my life, like at the last, 5 or 6, 8 years. But you guys have seen what I've been through, and you guys, ladies, you two ladies know me just longer than anybody. You and Shelly, and Laura Lee, you and Shelly known me the longest. There's one girl that I've known 20 plus years. You guys have known me more than that girl. And you guys, I have let go of so many people. It's not out of anger. In the beginning, it was out of anger, but not anymore. It's not out of anger. You can only give energy and time for people that will give it to you. If you don't get it in return, get the fuck out. If you got to wait 6 months for a fucking message that you said in Messenger, or people only call you when they need fucking money, or people only, hey, listen, you're the only one I talk to when you're drunk, you need to cut them off. You need to cut them off, because eventually you care, like Laura Lee, like you care so much, you'll get dragged into it because you don't realize you're giving so much of yourself. God forbid something were to happen to you or any of you, you better hope you have fucking people surrounding you that are going to give back this. And it's not because you're doing it because you want it back, but you don't deserve anything fucking less. Let me tell you something. If I gave Tim 1,000,000% of my fucking time, and of course, I don't give a shit if Tim gives me nothing, even if he's negative 99% of the time. But he's there, and I say, Tim, bro, I need you, man. And let's just say, and I say, I've been drinking, and it's just a habit that I call him. Then who the fuck else am I gonna fucking call? You know what I mean? If I can't get from Tim what I give to Tim, I'll be like, Tim, this ain't working, bro. I'm out. I'm out. It's not a negotiation. I'm a fucking grown man, and most of you are grown men and women. We forgive where we shouldn't forgive, and we forgive a little too many times. Let's just say you want to forgive. That's your prerogative. But we forgive way too much, and then we're giving so much of ourselves to what at the end we're gonna blame them. You should have blamed yourself from the get-go because you saw the red fucking flags, you know? You never notice they screw with Nico. I'll make it short. I will tell you, one of the biggest things Circus is I like it because you care. And again, I'm reading the chat slowly. Like I said, I don't diminish what Popeye felt. It's just I never noticed it. And you know what? Popeye is a lot smarter than most of the friends that I've had. Circus is fucking phenomenally fucking smarter than fucking Popeye all fucking day, but don't tell Popeye I said it. But Popeye is smart because he tells you shit you don't want to hear. Now, is Popeye right most of the time? No, he's not right because Popeye doesn't know me like I know me. But the thing is, Popeye knows me enough. Circus knows me enough. Everybody knows me enough. But the thing is that you also, as a person, let's just say me, uh, fair to say, it's fair to say that maybe some things that people say to you hit so close to home that you don't want to choose to see it. Doesn't make Popeye or Circus or Shelly or Maria or my mom or my daughter wrong. It's a spot where you're like, no, that's not true. But you got to admit when it's true and you got to admit when it's wrong. Like when it's wrong, I'm like, Popeye, no, you're wrong. I don't think you know. Or Circus, you're wrong, like that. But when people tell you certain things, we don't want to fucking see you. We don't want to hear it. You see, me, I'm open. You tell me, and if things doesn't just work out, I give things a hiatus. I give things a hiatus. I don't immediately throw people out of my fucking life. I just put it in hiatus for a while. And the real friends will still be there when all the dust settles. Hold on. Oh shit, there Popeye. My God, they just let any idiot do a live stream. Save everybody. Nico, leave that kid alone. The one-eyed devil can't bother to read the chat. Yes, Nico, it's almost over. Popeye just living the dream. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I know you. Yeah, I see you ladies know. Bama's calling you Nico. Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Bama. Happy birthday to you. And I don't mean that as a pun. I saw freaking Circus's video and I was like, oh shit, it's Bama's birthday. Didn't even know. Nico, you're physically grown, but mentally not so much. I'm mentally. See, that's another thing I never take personal. I'm mentally fucked. I'm telling you. There's been so many times that Popeye's reeled me fucking back. And when I realized it, I was like, damn, it's not that big of a fucking deal. But I don't see it that way. Okay, guys, remember, I wasn't raised by PhD holders. I was raised by a bunch of fucking farm animals. And what we did to each other was not legally fucking right. I'm right at the time, Nico. You just hate to admit it. No, you're right a high percentage of the time, but you're wrong a percentage of the time. I'm always wrong. Shelly, you're never wrong. We just second guess ourselves and what we know so much about. And then when we have to pay the piper, as Popeye would say, and we have to say, no, this just got to stop. We choose not to because now we've already built we've already built the building. We can't, but you can burn that motherfucking down and still start anew. I, I thought I was wrong once. Turned out I was mistaken. You're cool when I let you play. Hold on. Hell yeah, I'm the best fucking drummer in the world. I think I'm up for Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I gotta tell you something, Circus. That picture looks like my father when he right now. That looks like my dad. If I'm gonna look like my dad, bro, I'm gonna be in a whole fucking heap of shit. Let's see. Hold on. Hey guys, somebody put a dot in the chat only because you guys know the little dollar signs there. Somebody put a little dot. Tim, put a little dot in there. Circus. It takes a second. Let me see. Yeah, you got to put a dot. Just put a dot. They know what it means. There you go. Nico, you're a God's child. That means you're retarded. Thank you, guys. They know. Popeye, just in case you didn't know, when certain because of the super chat and shit, when you do a sentence, you have to put a dot. Only because that little thing. I'm going to look on YouTube, see if I can remove that and put it somewhere else. Biggie was talking about two gay communities vloggers. Was he referring to you, Nico? Yeah, possibly. I mean, and he puts the fucking dot. The two gay communities. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, if he was, then I'm proud of being as gay as I am now. Gay to me means fucking happy, phenomenally fucking out there doing things. I mean, maybe he's talking about the other gay side that doesn't do anything, and they're so focused on men's genitalias and children's genitalias and cat and dogs genitalias and all this other stuff. They're so focused on that, they're not focused on their own lives. Nico, if mom was here saying you were raised by father, she would she'd fucking chunkle my shit. Oh, I'm a fucking farm animal. Man, I'm mom, you're the fucking head cow. You're the head cow. You're the fucking bull, mom. You're the fucking bull. Thank you, Popeye, for that dot. See? Guys, thank you. And again, there's nothing I can do unless I can go into YouTube and see if I can remove how I can place it. Because I'm not on a laptop, I'm on my phone. So it kind of makes it smaller. So thank you for your patience as well. But yeah, everything's guys, if go again, if you care, go over to Juicy Jaywalk, man, and show that support. Seriously, go out there and show that support. If it's your cup of tea. I'm not having tea right now. It is my cup of coffee. I went over there, left a message, and I said thank you. Because guys, we really do lose track. Nico, if you're into the love, hold on, I gotta wait for the dot. Don't worry, Popeye. You'll get used to that dot soon enough. Guys, Popeye has a little issue fucking learning. See, he's too smart for his bridges. So, okay, Nico, if you're into the love that dares not speak, it speak its name, that's your thing. Let's see. I don't know if that can be removed. I'm gonna do the best I can. Thank you, Tim. I'm gonna check. And if you can't, I may just have Maria's leaving in a couple of weeks. I'll have her bring my laptop. I should just invest. Listen, guys, I'm accepting right now. I'm accepting freaking PayPal. The PayPal link is in my description. I'm trying to get a tablet, maybe a Samsung. I'm not an Apple fan. If you guys want me to do better, just go have better equipment. I noticed Big Kevin's got a bunch of new toys, and you guys are very caring of channels. Yes, if you guys want to help me out, get a tablet, it'd be great. Again, I do take only PayPal because I don't want you guys to send me super chat, because if you do, they take 30%. So, Popeye, Mr. fucking pensionado motherfucker, 3 fucking pensions going on his 4th. He'll be fucking collecting his Social Security. Yeah, throw out some pay. I'm going to put my percentage in that I can afford. I don't know what they go for. I think they go. I'm not going to lie. A good one probably going to go for like $8,000 to $1,000. But that thing will last me a fucking lifetime because I take good care of my shit. So you guys are welcome. If you don't, please take this as an advantage to follow Popeye, because he's going to call me an e-beggar, and that's okay. Because at least I'd rather, hey, listen, my mother always said, it's better to ask than to steal. It's better to be transparent than a liar, So, yeah, but I'm going to involve my mother. I'm going to involve mommy. Mommy always protects me. Listen. This thing right here, this phone has got this thing called mute. I will backhand you over the fucking couch. You don't talk to me when I'm talking on the live show. At 65, Dad was, let me see, Dad was still a lady killer. When I get 60, the ladies threw rocks at me. Let me tell you, my father might be the biggest shitbag, and he's still my father. I love him. And guys, this is just me talking. Do I really think my father's a piece of shit? I'm going to say no. Do I think my father is a creation of his surroundings? Yes. My father, I said this before. My father was 18 when he got the shit kicked out of him by 6 or 7 of his brothers all the time. He went into, actually, he was 15. At 18, he kept boxing from 15 to 18. Then he beat the shit out of all his brothers. He just became that guy that just only cared. He only knew how to protect himself. And again, every father that's been in that situation, I have been there, and luckily, I have surrounded myself with good men. Have showed me how to try to be the better father that I could be. I know we're all different in every aspect. My father's still a fucking lady killer. My father's still an asshole, but not in that sense. I wish he could have done better, but I don't hold any animosity or judgment towards him, because he is a product of his surroundings. You know, me, I thought I did the best I could. I probably fucking failed a million times, but I got a million and one times right. You know, I think I did better than I did, you know, worse. But yeah, I'm very proud, you know, and me, I'm like you, Circus. I got some game right now. I might be a little bit heavy, you know, I may not be fucking 22 pounds. I might weigh 260, 270, 250, whatever. I might be on the obese side, fucking, but bro, women are still throwing hand over fist, baby, hand over fist. And see, all you have to do, Nico, is sit. Biggie, he will pay for it. Well, Biggie needs to pay me that monthly stint that he throws at me. He hasn't done it in a while because he's been traveling. So maybe, yeah. Like, you know what? Let's just see what I can do about throwing us some messages in Biggie. See, maybe he's like, hey, yeah, now let's all you know, hoorah and back up Nico so he can get that tablet. You know, hey guys, listen, that tablet will really. I've never had one. I do have a laptop, not here. It's an older one, but it is what it is. So you guys want to help Nico out, guys? You know, it really always goes to the channel. You don't see me on the freaking thing doing it anymore. Then using it on the channel. So that's a good idea, Popeye. Maybe I'll reach out to Big E and see what'll happen. No, she won't. Go to 65. You can get a good tablet reason. Yeah, you know, hey, you got John S. Spoke about John S. in the beginning of the live. Uh, yes, and Tim, I don't need anything crazy. I just need something that's reliable. And I am not an Apple fan only because of the restrictions and everything. See, Popeye's got Popeye money. He's got retirement pensionado money. So he's got everything Apple. I mean, everything, dude. If his car could be an Apple car, that's what he would get. He yells at me. He's like, "Well, don't you get yourself something reliable, you fucking shit bag?" I said, "Because I am an Android based guy, and I like Samsung. So I'm gonna see. Actually, I'm gonna go look on the military website. Fucking wasted money, motherfucker. Nah, guys, I'm just joking. You guys don't have to send me nothing. I will eventually put some money away and get a tablet. I just do it because everybody else seems to get away with murder. And so when I say I'm going to do it for a good reason, everybody's like, look at Nico Eve begging. But then you got a person with a fucking mask on, half fucking dead, can go back to her country like the Purple fucking Heart and be like, guys, I need your help. I'm dying. My kidney failure. Yeah. And I need I need medication. I don't want to go back to my country. Oh wait, I held up a Walgreens and then they don't want me there. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Elias Show. You are one of the legends in YouTube, so let me send you all these little toys. See, when you ask nicely, everybody thinks you're a shitbag. When you lie, everybody's oh my god, we gotta feel sorry. Let's send them all our fucking get the fuck out of here. Mommy loves you, don't worry. My mother loves to tick. My mother's another abuser. My mother's out there looking at a fucking oven. And then she's like, oh my God, look on this has rotisserie. I said, Mom, you barely cook for me. Where the fuck you need a rotisserie in your fucking oven? You're just like Maria. Maria's like, oh my God. She posts all these fucking pictures of all this delicious food, guys. And she don't fucking cook. She fucking cooks for her. Dude, I would fucking starve to death. She cooks her pancit. She cooks her boulad. I like the boulad. I can't knock the fucking boulad. She cooks her boulad. She cooks her rice. She does everything. She talks to Popeye in Tagalog and Bisaya, and I'm all fucking left behind, and I'm the one complaining. Bitch ass. Let me see. Everybody say hi to each other. John's in the house. Can't help the gays. I only sent the girls. Well, listen, I have a girl right here, off path. She could really use that tablet. She could use that Samsung tablet. And listen, she doesn't require a lot. And she knows a lot of fine fucking women. You know what's worse here, off path, is when you fucking come here, like when you meet all her friends, you come here and you meet all her friends, and you know they're all fucking connected on the fucking grapevine or fucking Facebook. You can't talk to none of them bitches on the side. I tried. She's like, Nico, why are you talking to my friend? I said, nah, your friend sent me the message. Luckily, I do it in a way that doesn't really kind of look guilty on my part. It looks like a normal conversation. And she's like, you could fuck around with anybody, just not my friends. I said, hey, your friend sent me a message. She goes, no, I got it right here. I was like, fuck. And she gets all her friends. I'm telling you, they're all in the fucking grapevine. I don't like Apple products. Me neither. You just got Popeye. You just got Popeye, Nico. Apple. I gotta tell you, in Apple products, I gotta say this, Shelly. What are you? Shelly. I can't say it. Yeah, Shalala. She calls her Shalala or Shelly. Apple products are good for security, but for restrictions, they restrict everything. You don't drive a Rambler if you can't afford better. I agree. You see, I stay within my means. Now, should I have gotten a tablet? I think I would have gotten a tablet, Circus, a lot sooner than I would have gotten a laptop. But at the time, the laptop was such a great deal because I needed an updated one, you know. But I would definitely spend more money on a tablet than I would on anything else because they're just more universally better the way I use them. And you see, Apple products are stupid. Mom used to, my mother cooks. That's where I learned a lot at her. My grandmother, she cooks. My mother cooks so fucking good. Nico, you're mommy's boy. No shame. No, I'm a mama's boy till the day I. Let me tell you guys, I was talking to my mother. I would love to read you the message, but I'm on the phone that I'm using. I sent my mother a message the other day, Popeye, and you know how close I am, guys. I don't. I try not to talk too much of my mother because I get very emotional. But today I'm not that. Like I'm not in the like that emotional kind of thing because I'm trying to be serious about this. I sent her a message. And I think she got very emotional. I sent her a message the day before yesterday, and I said, "Mom, I don't say it enough. I love you very much. I don't know what my life will be the day it's time for God to call you back home, and then I hope." My children feel for me what the love that I feel for you. Thank you for your friendship. Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for trying to be mom and dad. I mean, I said beautiful things that should have been said a long time ago that we don't say enough as men. Guys, as men, we hold our emotions and we hold each other dear to our emotions. We don't share them because we think it's weak. And then I realized as watching a lot of social media here and there, I see a lot of guys. And I told my daughter, I mean, I'm sorry that I wasn't there enough. Excuse me, I'm sorry that I wasn't there enough. I try to be there and I try to learn with what I did know and how I learned it. I try to be the better father that I could. Sometimes it's the thought that counts. And then my mother goes, of course, my mother, as good a mother she is, she messages me. She goes, are you dying?" And I said, "Am I dying? Why am I dying?" "Well, you sent me that message." It's like, "Oh, so I got to be fucking dying to send you the fucking message?" So I said, "No, I just love you, mom." And sometimes as we get older, we realize that we don't have people in our lives forever. And I want to say I love you. And I told my daughters, if I ever do anything to you guys that may offend you, may hurt your feelings, that may make you will become distance from me, let me know. I don't want you guys to ever feel that I'm not. Excuse me, I got to burp. Um, that I'm not there for you. This is I don't know how unless you are the perpetrator, man or woman, that you are the perpetrator of keeping your kids, your son or your daughter, or your stepson or stepdaughter, or adopted, whatever. If you're not close to your children or your family members, because of your own fault, you're a shitbag. You're a fucking shitbag. And my daughter, Aaliyah, she said the same thing. She goes, "Dad, are you all right?" And I said, "Yeah." She goes, "No, you just never realized it." I don't say it enough. That's the problem. I don't say it enough. So, guys, if you got family, and this, you ain't got to do shit because I tell you. Uh, Reach out to them. Just say, "Hey, I love you, man." That's it. It just, if they say, "Are you going to be all right?" Maybe if they say that, it's because you don't say it enough. And if some things in our culture, Popeye's age, my age, Circus age, all you older are out there, uh, we just assume that we know. Or my daughter will say, "Dad, I know you love me." "Yeah, but you should hear it." Hearing it is a different impact, guys. And you see, people say your Purple Heart is self-induced. You fragged yourself. Well, I got to tell you, I really got to say that I can't disagree. You see, for everybody, again, it's a little different. It's a sensitive subject to certain people, not all. It's not sensitive to me. I just don't say it enough. But then again, that's a lie because it is sensitive to me because my mom's my best friend. When I need any kind of advice, man, anything, I know she's gonna be there unconditionally, like 100%. Uh, she'll tell me things that I don't want to hear. Like Popeye is the daddy that I always wanted. Popeye's the daddy that I always wanted because he talks to me like a guy that doesn't give a shit about his son. And that's the daddy that I wanted. Oh, wait, I actually have a daddy, Popeye. Nico, bring your mother here. I have tried, Tim. She is so set in trying to find every reason, but I did get her. She did get her passport, Tim. That's a work in progress. No, Laura Lee, I did, and Shelly Lily, yeah, and Wowa Lee. I never say it enough, guys. Ladies, you know how important my mom is to my brother Hector, my brother Junito. How much she has endured with my dad and the fucking our fucking shitty fucking family. That's why my mother's like I'm like my mother. I'm always pretty much alone because you can't trust practically anybody nowadays. But she has earned her fucking stripes. That lady right there is a commander in chief in everything she walks into. Even if everybody can say, "Well, my mother," well, we have a lot of commander in chiefs because they earn that position. And she heard that. She was again. People they feel it different when you say it. You know. Something she would say. Yeah, my mother would say that. Say what you say. What do you want? No, might be the last chance. Say what you want to say because you never know when it's going to be your last. You don't know. You could be walking down the street. You could truck, bro. How many people that I have heard of my friends that have been talking and they have a fucking stroke or an aneurysm? Boom, right there, dead. Or they're driving and boom, your life is. It could be the moment, and you never know. Don't let. They let time pass by unnecessarily. Mommy tells everyone things that they don't want to hear, but she's very smart. You know, I gotta tell you, uh, if you have a good mom and dad, not the best, but a good one, they will always tell you what nobody else will tell you. That's why Daddy Popeye, you're still a fucking shitbag, though. Fuck that Popeye shit. He uses that as a reason to fucking to hurt my feelings. See, if I had any fucking feelings at all, if I could feel anything, I would Popeye would literally have broken my heart many times before. I don't give a shit. So Popeye, I let Popeye think he hurt my feelings. I'm like, Popeye, even though when I tell him you hurt my feelings, well, that's your fucking problem, you fucking one-eyed fucking bandit or one-eyed pirate or one-eyed, what is a snake? There's nothing that motherfucker's never said. So guys, I want to keep this to an hour. I want to say thank you to Popeye, Original Flying Circus, Laurel Lee, Shelly Off Path. I want to say thank you for Tim Dizziak for being in here. If I forgot, let me do this real quick. If I have forgot, ET Travel Freely, and you got Ruthie is in her journey. And again, thank you very much, Passport TV, Mr. Harry Dick. And of course, Gypsy Jaguar, good luck on your journey. Guys, find what works for you. Trust me. I couldn't tell you that I am more than excited, more than happy on my side. Many things are coming, many changes are coming. A lot of videos are coming this weekend. I hope you enjoy. I will be stopping into a couple of festivals. The scooter was all maintained. Everything was good. Everything came out. Checklist was beautiful. And again, I'm out of the fucking city. I am not going back to the city until next month if I have to. But that's it. That's it. I'm done. Again, take care. God bless. Guys, seriously, reach out to somebody after this phone call. It don't matter who it is. Reach out to them and say, I was just thinking about you. I want you to let you know. And be consistent with it. Care about people that care about you. Take your time with people that take and give time to the people that are giving it to you. Stop, Laura Lee, giving it to people that don't fucking appreciate you. Stop being the punching bag everybody looks at you as, and you are not. The reason a lot of these people are the way they are is because of your addition. You see what I'm saying? Give yourself enough fucking credit. Because a lot of these people have gotten to where they are off the sweat off your fucking back. If they didn't reach out to you and you didn't give them the best advice, let them talk shit about you after, but you got to discontinue. You got to let them go. You got to let these people go. Shelly, same fucking thing. We spoke a couple of days ago about your situation. You got to let it go. You have to. Now, it's easier said than done. You'll know when it's time. So I hope that helps. And maybe you guys can talk to fucking Maria. Maybe she could teach her to fucking cook. Tell Kate to stop hitting me. Kate, stop. Listen, Kate, stop. Kate, stop. It's not nice to hit. You know what? Hit her back. Hit Kate back and say, how do you freaking feel? But hit her with something harder. I bet you Kate will stop then. Mabuhay, bitches. Mabuhay. Take care. God bless. Catch you guys on the next upload. Bitches.